Over time, the world has seen very successful movies or film series adapted from novels written by writers who probably never thought that their works will go far beyond book pages. We'd like to take a look at a few very successful movies that were adapted from books. Let's start with two today.
Gone with the Wind. Gone with the Wind is a novel written by Margaret Mitchell and was first published in 1936. The novel was the top American fiction bestseller in the year it was published and in 1937. As of 2014, a Harris poll found it to be the second favorite book of American readers, just behind the Bible. More than 30 million copies have been printed worldwide.
You who have all the passion for life that I lack. But that kind of love isn't enough to make a successful marriage for two people who are as different as we are.
Why don't you say it, you coward? You're afraid to marry me. You'd rather live with that silly little fool who can't open her mouth except say yes, no, and raise a passel of mealy-mouthed brats just like her.
In 1939, it was adapted into a movie with the same title and was produced by David O. Selznick. At the 12th Academy Awards, the movie received 10 awards from 13 nominations, including wins for Best Picture, Best Director, Best Adapted Screenplay, Best Actress, and Best Supporting Actress. The film was immensely popular, becoming the highest-earning film made up to that point, and it retained the record for over a quarter of a century. It is believed that when adjusted for monetary inflation, it is still the most successful film in box office history.
And you, miss, are no lady.
The James Bond series, or you may prefer to call it the 007 series. The series focuses on a fictional British Secret Service agent created in 1953 by the English author, journalist and naval intelligence officer Ian Fleming, who featured him in 12 novels and 2 short story collections. Since Fleming's death in 1964, 8 other authors have written authorized Bond novels or novelizations. The latest novel is Trigger Mortis by Anthony Horowitz, published in September 2015. Ian Fleming created the fictional character of James Bond as an intelligence officer in the Secret Intelligence Service, commonly known as MI6. Bond is known by his code number 007 and was a Royal Naval Reserve commander. The James Bond films are the longest continually running and have grossed over $7 billion in total, making it the 4th highest grossing film series to date.
Lift off. Moonraker 2, lift off. Moonraker 3, lift off.
It started in 1962 with Dr. No, starring Sean Connery as Bond. As of 2017, there have been 24 films in the Eon Production series. The most recent Bond film, Spectre, stars Daniel Craig in his 4th portrayal of Bond. He is the 6th actor to play Bond in the Eon series.
What do you think?
I think you're just getting started.
Magnificent, isn't she? 0 to 60 in 3.2 seconds. A few little tricks up her sleeve.
Do one more thing for me.
What do you have in mind?
In 2015, the franchise was estimated to be worth $19.9 billion, making James Bond one of the highest-grossing media franchises of all time.
The world was recently shocked by the passing away of a man widely regarded as one of the most successful poets and playwrights of all time, Derek Walcott. Here's a brief report on him.
I still have not found the dog, the image of the dog.
Nobel Prize winner and world-renowned poet Sir Derek Walcott died on March 17, 2017. He was 87 years old. He died at his home in St. Lucia, the West Indies. Walcott was known to capture the cultural complexities of Caribbean life in his works like no other. His metaphorical poetry was said to capture the physical beauty of the Caribbean, the harsh legacy of colonialism, and the complexities of living and writing in two cultural worlds.
Because I felt a great love that could bring me to tears, and a pity that prickled my eyes like a nettle, I was afraid I might suddenly start sobbing in the public transport with the Molly going, and a small boy peering over the shoulders of the driver.
He was regarded as one of the finest poets writing in English. His first published poem, 1944, appeared in The Voice of St. Lucia when he was 14 years old and consisted of 44 lines of blank verse. By the age of 19, Walcott had self-published 2 volumes. He attended the University of the West Indies, and in 1957 he was awarded a fellowship by the Rockefeller Foundation to study American theater. He published numerous collections of poetry in his lifetime. His many books include White Egrets, The Fortunate Traveler, Omerus, Arkansas Testament, and The Bounty. In the poem Islands from the collection In a Green Night, he wrote, "I seek, as climate seeks its style, to write, verse crisp as sand, clear as sunlight, cold as a curled wave, ordinary as a tumbler of island water." In a tribute to Walcott, his fellow Nobel Prize winner and friend, Nigeria's Professor Wole Soyinka, wrote about him, "It is no partisan or excess zeal that prompts me, at every opportunity, to claim Derek Walcott as one of the greatest poets in any language or culture of the 20th century." Walcott himself said that his work could be summarized on a postcard that reads, "Wish you were here." Right now, many people all over the world wish that the great writer, poet, and playwright is still here.
Just before we go, some weeks earlier, we announced the postponement of our Meet Your Author event. Well, the new date is 1st of April 2017. We still have a few spaces left. To qualify to be there, all you have to do is to send us an email to explain why you should be one of the guests. The email should contain your profile and should be sent to the Channels Book Club at channelstv.com. We look forward to receiving your email and also getting usual feedback from any of our social media platforms displayed on your screen. I hope you'll join us again next week and keep on watching Channels Book Club. I am Olakunle Kasumo. Remember, one great book can change your life. Bye-bye.